going on, YTPC? Just figured I would get on here, make a video. I'm out here, been enjoying this pipe for, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. Thought I would go ahead and make a video. I don't have nothing particular to talk about or anything of the sort, but I am curious. And y'all can drop it down in the comments below, but what kind of movies do y'all like to watch? I'm sure there's a wide variety. Like, what's your favorite movie? There's so many different kinds of people on here with, I'm sure, many different likes. And me personally, my favorite, well, I'll tell you my favorite kind of movie first. My favorite kind of movie is a Western. I love Western movies. Anything from the old 1950s or pretty much from the 50s to today. Some of the older stuff, the 30s and the 40s, is a little, some of them are okay, but for the most part, I feel like in the 50s, they really started getting good. And I watch a lot of old Western TV shows, like The Rifleman and Gunsmoke and Wanted Dead or Alive and stuff like that. But my all-time favorite, so I've kind of got two favorites. My all-time favorite movie, if I just want a quick Western to watch, would be Young Guns Part 1. I grew up on that movie, and it's got everything I want in a Western. I like the overall tone of the movie, where it's kind of like wintertime in New Mexico. It's got a story I like, which is obviously Billy the Kid, and good actors. Now it's not historically correct. It gets a little loose with the facts, which is most of Hollywood. But overall, it's a movie I've watched a million times when I used to get sick or stay home from school or whatever. That was something I always put on. I like Part 1 more than I like Part 2, but when I have time and I'm in the mood for a longer Western, Lonesome Dove is the absolute best movie to me that I've ever seen. And then if you really want to get crazy, you can watch all the prequels and the sequels and all that stuff to kind of get the entire story. I love it so much, I tried to get my daughter, I told her I would pay her $100 if she would watch Lonesome Dove. Not the prequels, not the sequels, just Lonesome Dove. Just the very first original Lonesome Dove miniseries. And you know she still won't do it. I just want her to watch it. She don't really like Westerns, and that's okay. But, man, not even for $100. I think she would be surprised at, how good the actual story is. And, I'm just curious, what's y'all's favorite movie? What's your favorite type? What's your favorite kind of movies? Feel free, if you want to get on here and talk about it and do a video reply, you can. You don't have to, though. You can put it in the comments. I watch any new Western that comes out. My wife don't like the older Westerns as much, but she don't give me no grief when I want to watch stuff like that. But anytime there's a new Western that comes out, I mean, you can count me first in line, just about. I try to see them all. And, you know, with all the streaming and straight to streaming and stuff like that, you can, now there's a lot of bad ones out there. A lot of them that look like they're filmed with a flip phone or something. I don't know. That's with any movie, like the Tubi style movies and stuff like that. But every now and then you'll see a good one, even still. And sometimes I get on YouTube and I search Western short, and I have seen some excellent, absolutely wonderful short films made by, you know, people on YouTube. And so I'll watch any kind of Western I can find. To me, any story is better if it's set in the West, or in the in the West, or in the in that time frame. But I really wish somebody would make a movie about Rube Burrow, which was his name was Reuben Burrow. But I grew up on his land in North Alabama. My great-grandma bought a parcel of land from him in the 1880s. And so I grew up on that land, and with the story of him, he was the in 1890 he was the most wanted man in America. He ended up getting killed in a gunfight after he escaped jail, and he's buried in my hometown, not too far from, you know, where I grew up. And growing up on that land, obviously you hear about, some of the money wasn't found, or whatever. So you always wonder, is there any money on the property? Is there any, you know, buried gold or anything like that? We never found nothing. But it was always fun to think about as a kid. Fun to play like cops and robbers as Rube Burrow and the Pinkertons and stuff like that, which I'm also related to the Pinkertons on my grandma's side. But you know, his story has everything you would want in a Western. Grew up in the rural South, went west, lived on his uncle's farm in Stephenville, Texas, become a cowboy. His wife died. He had to provide for the children, so he ended up robbing trains. He actually robbed more trains than Jesse James. And, you know, was the most wanted man in America. Then, you know, got captured, escaped, got killed in a gunfight, trying to get his rifle and his money back before he left town. And he's got one of the coolest Wild West photos, if you will. It's I mean, he was in Alabama, but so I mean, it's not technically the West, but where he's in his coffin with his guns in his coffin with him. No, the guns did not get buried with him. I've actually seen the rifle that's in his coffin. I've seen it in person, and the 2 revolvers I know are in a personal collection. But I wish somebody would make a movie about him, but it probably won't happen because it doesn't have the fanfare that a lot of the movies do have now, or the stories. Like, you know, people want to remake Billy the Kid and remake the Wyatt Earps and remake, and it'd be nice to have a fresh story, and to me that'd be a wonderful story. I would love to watch. But anyway, so that's all I really got. Still smoking some I can't remember. I still can't remember the name of it. It's from my local briar shop. Something Dream. I've got a previous video about it, but it's really good. And I've been enjoying it almost exclusively here lately. And yeah, so what's your favorite kind of movie? What's your favorite, I guess, genre of movie, if you have one? Or what's your favorite movie or favorite, maybe it's a TV show or miniseries or whatever. What do you like to watch? Drop it in the comments below. I'm curious to know. And happy piping, and we'll see you on the next one.